Picture this, a journey through America's heartland, where landscapes shift, histories unfold, and cultures intertwine. Welcome to Exploring America's Whitest States by the Voyage Sphere, where we dive into the stories and demographics of states that have held their shades over centuries. Buckle up for a 5-minute adventure that uncovers the hidden narratives behind the whitest states in the U.S., the historical tapestry. To understand these states, we need to rewind the clock. In 1565, the Spanish graced St. Augustine, Florida's shores. A few chapters later, on November 11, 1620, the Mayflower etched its name in history. These events marked the beginning of a story where white settlers took the lead, and the United States has been predominantly white ever since. Nebraska's melting pot. At number 10, we touch down in Nebraska, a state that embraced a melting pot of European immigrants. The 1870s saw a surge in foreign-born residents, with Danes, Swedes, Irish, Germans, and Czechs making their mark. Today, Nebraska boasts an impressive 88.1% white population. Montana's European Roots number 9 takes us to the picturesque Montana, where Italians and Germans once settled. In the early days, English and Scottish cattle ranchers shaped its landscape. While Montana has evolved over time, 88.9% of its population remains rooted in whiteness. Utah's Mormon legacy. At number 8, we uncover the unique story of Utah. Did you know that Mormons, making up about 70% of the population, contribute to its remarkable whiteness? They arrived in 1847 alongside immigrants from Britain, Canada, Denmark, and Norway. Today, 90.6% of Utah's population holds the banner of whiteness high. Number 7 shines a spotlight on Iowa, a state synonymous with county fairs. Surprisingly, it doesn't hold the top spot, but it's a place where Scandinavian immigrants once thrived in the 1840s. Dutch, German, Irish, Scots, and Welsh settlers followed suit, shaping Iowa's identity. Today, Iowa stands at 90.6% white. Wyoming's immigrant legacy. At number 6, we venture into Wyoming's rich history, where the British, Germans, Italians, Basque, and Greeks formed the early immigrant settlers. In 1870, immigrants from the British Isles represented a significant portion of Wyoming's territorial population, with over half of the foreign-born population hailing from there. The British influence ran deep, and the last few decades have witnessed Wyoming's popularity among people from diverse backgrounds. However, even now, 92.5% of Wyoming's population is recognized as white. Idaho's English haven. Number 5 brings us to Idaho, a state known for its English heritage. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, English settlers sought refuge from heavy taxation in their homeland. Idaho's landscape was a haven of minimal government intervention. Today, 93% of Idaho's population claims the banner of whiteness. New Hampshire's colonial echoes. At number 4, New Hampshire stands as a testament to colonial history. English, Irish, Scottish, and French-Canadian immigrants made their mark here. The rich tapestry of cultures enriched New Hampshire's identity. Presently, 93.1% of the population holds on to whiteness. West Virginia's quirky ranking number 3 takes us to West Virginia, a state with a ranking that may surprise you. While cities lack diversity, rural areas are a stark contrast. In the mid-1700s, Scottish, Irish, and German settlers laid the foundations. These cultures echo in West Virginia's folk music and cultural heritage. Today, West Virginia stands strong at 93.5% white. Vermont's New England resonance. At number 2, we uncover Vermont, a state that mirrors its neighbor, New Hampshire. English, Irish, Scottish, and French Canadians shaped Vermont's identity. French Canadian immigrants, drawn by textile mills, left their mark. Today, Vermont proudly boasts 94.2% whiteness, Maine's coastal charisma. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, number 1, Maine. With its captivating landscapes and coastal charm, Maine has always been a symbol of whiteness. English, Irish, Scottish, and French Canadian settlers found their home here. In the largest city, Portland, 91.27% of the population identifies as white. For comparison, the other Portland in Oregon stands at about 76%. Oregon nearly made this list, coming in at number 14. The Pine Tree State, Maine, proudly shines at 94.4% white. That concludes our journey, exploring America's whitest states. These states harbor rich histories, a blend of cultures and stories that continue to shape our nation. Remember, demographics can evolve, enriching our communities with diversity. If you enjoyed this adventure, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts below. Stay curious, keep exploring, and join us on our next voyage through the rich tapestry of our world.